Yo, what is going on, everyone? It is Memory here. We are back with some more Mushoku Tensei, this being episode 6 of the second season. And I'm not going to talk much here at the beginning because I know I've kind of fell behind again. I think it was 2 episodes again. That was much like the last 2 episodes, but whatever. We're here. We're into the university stuff, which I just kind of have like a gut feeling that I'm really going to enjoy this part of the story. So, I want to continue onward. So I'll have the episode 7 of season 2 reaction out hopefully shortly after this too, because I'm going to be recording them both at the same time. So yeah, without further ado, let's hop into episode 6 of season 2 here, everyone. Here we go. Keep it short, sweet, and simple, I think these were the episodes too. There's like controversy around or whatever. I saw some stuff like the author came out and was saying stuff, and people, Anime News Network, all this. We'll talk about that probably later. But I want to see what it's about too. Are people just over exaggerating or whatever the case may be? Magic drills, of course. Of course, Zanoba. Kind of sweating it a bit. It's just so awesome though. Like with Zanoba being back and other familiar faces too, of course. Enough to keep you satisfied? Oh my god. Quality time. At school? At school? Wow, that symbolism there with the water spewing. Yeah. A lot more to it than, well, she wasn't going to teach you everything then. I think it's probably impossible for her to teach every single thing that comes, with it. Research a teleportation incident. Taboo. Okay, that makes sense. That it'd be kind of hard to find things about it. That she did mention. It's good to get in a routine. That's the one thing that he's kind of like held up on with the figures. Oh man, and these visuals for this OP, I still haven't really, looked into them much besides what I said about it in the was it the previous episode when they had the visuals for it? So I would really just say the same things I kind of pointed out the first time I saw the visuals for it. And that was another thing with the previous episode too. I was like, man, please. I remember I was saying this a lot. I know it was only a couple weeks ago, but like, please don't drag out the whole thing with Rudy and Sylphy and Rudy not knowing who it is and Sylphy hiding her identity, not coming out with it. I'm sure it'll be fine, even if they don't. Even if they do drag it out, I'm sure like there'll be still, I guess, some purpose there or meaning. But I don't know. That it would just maybe bug me a little bit. Love this shot at the end too, with him on top of like the carriage. Yeah, beautiful. I warmed this seat for you, bro. She's just like, yeah. Like, of course, you don't even have to say anything. Come sit down. Little nervous touch right there, like, And I mean, to have another person, and you know, Sylphy obviously just wants to spend as much time or be as close to him as possible, probably. So, but from Rudy's perspective, to have her, well, he thinks it's a guy, but it's like doing it alone is kind of boring, I guess. It could be, says I have another. As I'm saying that, he's like with a man, like, nah, like, was I just blushing like that? Wait, did I just find out something about myself that I never knew before? Leave it pretty simple like that. Like, don't try to go some other way about it because then it would seem kind of weird, I guess. Dorms allow servants and slaves as long as you get permission. Okay. There's that. There's that scratch in the ear again. I like how Rudy is kind of like he's kind of questioning it a bit, like little by little. That'll probably be a thing as it goes on. Like he'll pick up on these things that maybe he heard otherwise about Fitz. Oh man, she just wanted to bust out laughing right there. There's that again. It's like the end of the previous episode. That smile, slight smile. Is this what you meant, man God? Is this what you really had in store for me? Is this what you is this what you saw happening? Was this the cure? The fix? What if he's the cure? Shisho! Oh, I was like, yeah, where is he at? And then I see him in the corner. It's like all of his clothes are off. Look how he's on all fours, bro. Muron desu. Shisho. Zanoba something else, bro. But we love him. We love him. And what Rudeus will do to help a buddy too. Like he could have been like, figures, bro. I'm not trying to help you with this. Like, no. They just don't have the what the magical, I guess, capabilities for it. He shot right up. Bar of soap. Oh, we gotta find something else. Super strength got in the way of any. Yeah, especially with that, for the kind of like figures and making them and what comes with that, to have that is kind of just unfortunate for him, right? He's not some normal, ordinary person. That's for sure. Possibly another solution from Fitz. Wanted to do something with like this talent skill. Like, she gave him the book recommendation for the teleportation stuff. They got a slave to do it. Wow, that phrase with associated with slaves. It's like, hope you find a good slave. Oh, can I go with you? Yeah, yeah. I love how she does those little things though, like with the hands and then the ears. There you go, Rudy. There you go. There you go, my boy. He caught on. He got it there. Yes, yes, and that smile, as always, we love it. The drastic difference in the in how he first came across the. What a trio, right? What a trio. Is it really like hot in there or something? He's going like this. I mean, I saw like a fire kind of. Oh wow. Oh my gosh. Like, yeah, look at the size comparison between. Oh my god. He's he said, hmm. Yeah, so specifically, that's what we're looking for is like pretty good with magic. So there are, so that might not be like 100% correct. Like there are still specific cases where obviously that isn't the case. What Rudy mentioned right there, where it's determined from birth or whatever. 6-year-old dwarf girl. First thing you go do, theater. Like, please, please, man. Like, you better. Uh, shit's. I know it's like an anime, you know, it's like it's a fantasy world, but it's still like, you know, this shit's. I mean, sad, honestly. Like, fucked up. Okay, bro, you don't have to be all like that. Like, bro, we're not even we're not even like concerned about you anymore. Like, we don't even really care. Like, we just, you know, like let's just do business or whatever, and like we don't need to hear from you anymore, dude. Like, seriously. Yeah, dude, like chill. I mean, look at like the position she's in. She's a kid. Like, even for like all of them. Very different circumstances, but I guess, you know, still can relate in some way. Because Rudy really did at some point, you know, obviously in his life, he wanted to die and felt like he didn't want to be there anymore. Like look at the like her neck, like the collarbone area. It's been through enough to know that wouldn't be salvation. Whoa, whoa. She's trying. Ah, ah, jeez, dude. Ah. Man. Like, please make sure that she lives the. It may be a lot to kind of ask for, maybe in this series, but like, because I feel like there's still gonna be some shit that's gonna happen or whatever. But at first thing they do, go feed her. But like, man, I just want to see her like live the best possible life after all that bullshit, man. I still feel sad for the other people, you know, or the other beings there. Czar of the Holy Steel. Dwarves don't get proper names until they turn 7. Oh, I don't. Did we know that about dwarves before in this series? I don't know. I don't think so. Julius. Oh my god. Oh my god. Yeah. That. Wow. That brings us back. Oh my god. Juliet. I like the name. I like it. Julie. Julie nickname. There you go. Poor Julie. Poor Julie. Gotta live with Zanoba. Oh, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. If it's all for the figure making, Zanoba gonna be the best of her, right? I don't want to die. All right. Yeah, so seems like this is what we're gonna do for Zanoba's figure making, I guess, problem, you could say, right now. With now I guess this is one of the episodes. I think the next episode too has like some controversy around it with like slaves and all that. I would assume that's probably what it revolves around. And I know the author came out and said something about like how like the author doesn't condone slavery or anything like that. But Rudy, like, it's not to say that he I think how they phrase it was the author with Rudy is that Rudy is kind of in a position where he can't really say if it's right or wrong. I believe that's something along the lines of what the author said, because he came from another world to here. So I guess the author was kind of trying to put it as like, who is Rudeus to, like, this has already been put in place in this world. So who is he to try and, like, I guess, do maybe something about it or try to change it or say much about it? It was something along those lines. So don't take that word for word, but I did see something about that on Twitter. Um, and maybe people overreacted because I didn't really find this episode, like, I don't know, in that negative of a light. I don't know. But maybe people took that as like, oh, the author's saying slavery is okay because Rudeus is because he's saying that Rudeus doesn't necessarily, condone it or whatever. Maybe they took it as the author, like, oh, the author is for slavery or whatever, which that's not the case. So maybe that was sort of what happened. And maybe there'll be something in the next episode where there's, who knows, right? That had people barking. But yeah, I enjoy what we had with this episode, though I will say I liked a lot of the Sylphy moments for sure. Just, I feel like in her mind, she has to be just so, it makes sense. But also in her mind, she's probably just wants to come out with this so much. You could just tell in so many of these moments, she like the one, it looked like she was about to crack up laughing and she's like blushing, smiling. And, I really liked stuff like that. Her, sticking around Rudeus and, in pretty much any way she can, whether it's like with the teleportation stuff, going with him to the slave market or whatever. And I know the topic of slaves could be kind of touchy, but I do find it, I guess, sort of fascinating in the world of Mushoku Tensei. It's a fiction, it's a fantasy story that we've saw fantasy stories and other series have slavery or slaves in it, and to kind of learn, I guess, how it sort of goes a little bit in this world, a Mushoku Tensei is kind of interesting, I will say. Um, but of course, as always, the asshole like handler, the person who runs, I guess, the slave market. I feel like the person who runs it is always a prick, right? Is always an asshole, which I guess makes sense. But um, yeah, like Rudy had to tell him, like, dude, back off, like, chill. And I was even saying, like, bro, we don't even want to really talk to you anymore. Like, we don't care. This is what we're here for, and we're just trying to get out. Like, let us handle this shit, essentially. So yeah, I guess we'll see, what happens in the next episode, and see what happens with Zanoba and the figure making, and how I guess we see her name's Julie now. We have a name for her. How she's gonna progress with her magic and all of that, because they did go into that kind of a bit in detail on sort of how that works when they're younger, and the potential, I guess, maybe to unlock potential sort of with magic and other things. So yeah, let me know what you all thought of this episode of Bushoku Tensei. If you guys did enjoy my reaction, make sure you drop a like, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you all in the next one. Thank you for watching. Peace out.